What's up, you guys? Welcome to rainy Cincinnati, the great American ballpark, home of the Cincinnati Reds, 53-41 against the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are 40-54. So this is another episode of the Cincinnati Reds franchise. This is the game right before the All-Star game, and for the All-Star game I have something special, something different planned for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy that video. But as we recap this series, we could sweep them. We could sweep the Pirates to go into the All-Star break feeling really good about ourselves. We've been playing a lot of good baseball recently, but we all know the Pirates, even though their record doesn't really show it, are a very, very hard team to beat on occasion. So as you look at the starting lineup, you got Marte, you got McCutchen, you got Alvarez. People can hurt you. I mean, Neil Walker, even though his average doesn't look good, he is a beast of a player. He has the ability to change a game. So we're throwing out Tony Cingrani. Now, in the beginning of the season, he pitched pretty well. Then he had a dry spell, a very bad dry spell. 2-9, ERA 3.92, so hopefully he can bounce back in this game. As we look at our defensive lineup, the big difference here is Willie Casillas. Just basically because Brandon Phillips is having a little bit of a tough go over right now, and plus his stamina isn't really that high. He's kind of tired, so we're giving him a day off. We look at the defensive line for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pretty good all around. A very good defensive team. We're not looking to capitalize on any errors because probably there won't be any. Here's our starting lineup. The averages, I mean, you look at Joey Votto, you look at Jay Bruce, those guys are definitely carrying the team, but we need to have Todd Frazier and Billy Hamilton get on base and create a little bit of havoc. But as we look at the starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Jeff Locke, he has that knuckle curve, and that is going to be very hard for me to pick up. I mean, imagine the curveball with the knuckle. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it. So it's going to be very hard for me to pick that one up in this game. So that's going to suck. But Cingrani gets in a little bit of trouble here. He walks Gabby Sanchez, but then he comes back and he strikes out Mercer. So man on first and the man on second. But there's one out. So here is Neil Walker. And Neil Walker is actually going to take this ball and hit it to Jay Bruce. Now Jay Bruce is going to get in position. He gets in position. And he boots it. Yes, Jay Bruce boots the ball. This is becoming a very common occurrence here for him to boot balls out there in the outfield. Maybe we should move him to first base. I don't know what is going on with him, but a run scores and the runners move up. This one is going to be a ground ball to Frazier. Frazier fires it to Devin Mesoraco, who makes the tag on the runner trying to come home on that ground ball to third base. Like, that's not what you do. But hey, he did it. Not me. This next pitch is going to be popped up. So Cingrani is going to get out of the inning, and this is a high fly ball in foul territory. See what I did with my voice there? I went high. Todd Frazier is going to collect this. You ain't having fun, you know, whatever. Jump ahead to the third now. Still 1-0, 2-2. This one is going to be a little blooper right in between the second baseman and Jay Bruce, and that is going to be a single. So now Cingrani getting in a little bit of trouble here. This one's going to be hit down the line. It's going to hook away from Jay Bruce. Jay Bruce is going to be able to corral this one and fire it in to keep it to a single. But now there are runners at the corners, and we do not want this to get out of hand. 0-2. Andrew McCutchen takes that one. Looking 92-mile-an-hour fastball high in the zone. Don't even argue, McCutchen. Just walk back to the dugout. Great pitch by Cingrani. Just laying that right in there. Could have been a ball, maybe, possibly, but it wasn't. So there's one out. 0-2. Harrison, you can grab some too, son. You struck out by the changeup inside. So now Cingrani gets 2 strikeouts, and he's keeping people out the corners. This one is going to be a ground ball, and what a stop by Frazier. Stands up, fires at the first. Joey Votto stretches out to make the play. Whew. Defense wins championships, right? So we keep it to a 1-run game in the third. Jump to the bottom of the fourth here. Joey Votto is going to take this high pitch and hit this into the gap. So that's going to go all the way to the wall. And Joey Votto isn't the fastest guy, but he can get a double out of this as he gets into second. So this is really what we're looking for. You know, Joey Votto is our only position all-star to make it to the all-star game, and we need him to create some offense. Here he takes this high pitch, and really Locke has been throwing a lot of high pitches. The computer decides that he's going to try to challenge me, so I'm like, okay. And Votto obviously takes this one. This one is another high pitch, and Todd Frazier is going to hit this one up the middle and tie this ball game up 1-1. Votto comes in to score. Like, literally in this game, if you play this game enough, and you guys who play this game enough, you guys know, the pitcher and the computer, they have the tendencies. They have certain tendencies. And if you can jump on those tendencies, figure out those tendencies, it will help you in the long run. Ludwig, unfortunately, is going to roll over on this one, and that's going to be a ground ball. Oh, a second. So it's going to end the inning, but we are able to tie the game. So in the fifth, Zingrani kind of getting a little bit tired, so we bring in Sam LaCour in the top of the sixth. So we get 5 innings from Zingrani. He got a little bit of trouble. He was in a little bit of trouble, but overall he kept it pretty close. So this is Sam LaCour, unfortunately, is going to give up a double. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Here we go again. But luckily there's one out. So this is actually a strikeout, and he decides to try for third, and I throw it to Frazier, and you guys be the judge. They're going to call him safe. I'm not sure. Let's look at this one again. Maybe. Jeez, you guys be the judge. I mean, yes, his hand got in there, but seemed like his hand like went right through my glove. That's kind of BS. This one is going to be a high fly ball to Hamilton. Hamilton is going to grab this one, lace it to home, but unfortunately his arm is not the best. He's more known for his speed than anything else, and not his fielding, that's for sure. So it is now a 2-1 game. The next batter is going to ground a ball to Frazier, who fires it to Votto. So we do get out of the inning, but unfortunately, Sam LaCour gives up a run. So, bottom of the seventh now, 2-1. We have Ludwig. Ludwig is going to take this one and lace this one down the line for a single. Now, usually it will be a double, but not for Ludwig, just because he doesn't have that much speed. So we're going to keep him at first here. At least he gets on base, right? So what that does is that knocks Leak out of the game. So Leak is gone, and they are going to bring in some bum called Jared Hughes. All right, Pittsburgh Pirates fans, I'm just kidding. He's not a bum. So Jared Hughes comes in, and he actually allows us to get men at second and third. And what I do, I pinch hit for the pitcher, and I bring in Dwayne Wise. Dwayne Wise is going to hit this one high and deep to the outfield, and he's going to do his job. You know, a sacrifice fly. It goes to McCutchen. McCutchen is going to fire to the cutoff man. 1 run is going to score, but they throw it to third, and unfortunately, you know, he gets tagged out. So we do end up scoring the run on that one. So it's now 2-2. We jump to the bottom of the 8th here. Joey Votto is going to take this one and hit this one up the middle. So the All-Star is doing what he can do to try and will his team to win. The other guy on this lineup who has been producing is Jay Bruce. And Jay Bruce looking to redeem himself from that terrible mistake in the outfield. Takes this one the opposite way, and that is a home run. 2-run jack for Jay Bruce. His 19th home run of the year, and just when we needed it. Just when we needed it. So look at this. Look at this offense now. Zingrani holds them to 1 run, and then late in the game, we do what we do best. We come through in the clutch, and Jay Bruce hits a 2-run jack. Pitch, low, take this one. Adios, Senor Pelota. If you guys know what that means, it's goodbye, Senor Ball, Mr. Adios, Senor Pelota. So now that we have a 2-run lead, we got one thing left to do. We got to bring in the beast that is Aroldis Chapman. Here we go, 1.29 ERA, 1-2. Top of the 9th, this one is going to be a ground ball. Casilla takes this one, fires it to Votto, and it is a terrible throw. So I'm getting pissed. I'm like, no, Casilla, you are not about to blow this for me. So what do? I bring in Brandon Phillips. Yes, I do. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's bring in that dude Phillips. You make a mistake on this team, you're not going to be hanging around that much longer. So 2-1, man on first, and this is going to be ground ball. Phillips fires it to Kozar. Kozar to Votto for the double play. It's kind of weird how that happened. You know, I mean, obviously, and anyone that watches baseball knows that once you make a defensive substitution, the ball kind of finds the defensive sub. But luckily, the defensive sub is Gold Glover, that dude Phillips, and he starts a beautiful double play for the first 2 outs of the inning. 0-2. This one is a fastball, 100 miles an hour, and there's no way they're going to catch Chapman's fastball. So Chapman gets the save, and we get a win, and we sweep the Pirates going into the All-Star break. And I'm feeling good. I mean, obviously, I have gotten a lot of offers People have been trying to trade with me. Other teams have been trying to trade for like Chapman, and I'm like, oh no, that's not gonna happen. People have tried to trade for Jay Bruce. That's not gonna happen. At like the A's were on. They hit me up and they were like, hey, we want to trade Jay Bruce for Yoenis Cespedes. I really wanted to pull the trigger. I really wanted to pull the trigger, but I didn't, and luckily, it looks good so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully, in the second half of the season, we can make that jump and make it to the playoffs. I feel like we're built to win right now. This is a very good team. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy the All-Star Game special thing. That's it. I'm 5-0, and I'm out.